Alright gang, so now that we have beaten the Flame Lurker boss, I want to go ahead and... Oh, just kidding. It's Crystal Wizard. Hang on. Priorities changed! There we go. Alright, anyway, now that we have beaten the Flame Lurker boss, we have his soul, and in order to transpose boss souls into their weapons, you actually need to go to this blacksmith. So I went to Stonefang Tunnel, the first Archstone, in this area. As long as you have this lift going, which I think you have to in order to actually progress, just go ahead and talk to him.
If it be a black,
and then I believe you just need to exhaust his dialogue. So I'm just gonna go ahead and speed through it.
Enduring for the soul of a I told you you might have. A high school. A high school. A high school.
Alright, so now that we've exhausted it, it looks like we're just gonna leave. And now we're gonna talk to him again.
Yes.
There you go.
Now you can bless your whip.
Make sure you give it to him.
Bring me a demon soul.
There we go. And now, when you go and upgrade a weapon, there you go. I believe each weapon, as long as it's eligible to be transposed, you have to have it about +6, I believe, like I have right now with the battle axe. As you can see to the right, it says Dozer Axe amidst like the other different upgrades that you can have. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. It requires 30 strength. I don't even think I have that, but that's okay. For the meantime, I'm gonna two-hand it. That was my dog itching in the background. My apologies. There we go.
Well done.
And now we have the big Dozer Axe. Jeez. With this, just because it is so heavy... Oh, I can't even... There we go. I have to remove some of my equipment in order just to actually be able to move without actually just like only being restrained to walking because we are so over encumbered. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take on the last boss of Zone 2. And let's see, I should probably put on a shield. I should definitely do that. There we go. Actually, let me put on the mace so I can have a lot of regenerating stuff. Okay, there we go. We're gonna take on this boss. He is the Dragon God. He's the last boss in Zone 2. It's more so just about playing like peekaboo and hide and seek with this guy. He'll be looking for you throughout the whole fight. We'll do that initial swing. After he does that, then go ahead, run up and make a right, and then just go ahead and just hold your position here. You only really want to move when his eyes turn yellow because he's searching for you. You never want to move when his eyes are red because obviously he sees you and he's probably going to strike. But there are, as you look to the right, we need to go that way. Just because that's the only way to go for this boss fight. We could go left now that I believe our world is actually pure white. But I gotta wait for this guy. I apologize also, my puppy in the background's kind of going crazy. Alright, we're gonna go. Oh shoot! I rolled too far. Dang, I didn't realize it took that many strikes. I at least broke that pillar, so now when I can run, I'm going to, and I don't have to worry about breaking it. So as soon as he goes... There we go. Oh, shit. Alright, good. We broke his line of sight, and now we... Oh, awesome. He actually... When he swung the first time, when he saw us, he actually broke the other pillar for us. Now we can run. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That went better than I hoped. Let's go loot. New Moon Grass, just a healing item. Now that we're here, you're just gonna go up to these javelin looking things and operate it. now that his I think that's his left, our right. So his left arm has now been trapped by that javelin. We don't really have to worry about him striking us with it, which is great. The only other thing, though, we still need to continue forward and breaking those pillars that are on the ground. Obviously, still, the same thing applies. We definitely don't want to run when his eyes are red. Right now, I think he's not going to give us too much of a trouble. Just because he's in pain and he's not focusing on us just yet. I still need to break 2 more pillars. I want to see if he can look to his right. Alright, his head went up. I wonder if I can stand here. Alright, he doesn't seem to notice us. Screw it, we're gonna run. Alright, he does breathe fire here, so do not dilly-dally. Just as soon as you break that stuff, just run. I would recommend two-handing your weapon. It usually only takes about 2 strikes. There will be a crystal lizard up here. Let's see what we're gonna quickly kill. Good, I got him. That's dumb. I can strike him on the overhand, but I can't strike it when I do the backhand. Chunk of clear stone. Okay, and now we got to the second part. Now you can go ahead and operate it. You'll shoot the other javelin into his other arm. Now we took that beast down. The only thing that's left to do is now you can see like he's got that protruding fang, horn, whatever you want to call it. He has like that coming out of his chin, and that's actually what we're going to have to attack in order to deal damage to him. And as you can see, he doesn't have much health left. The only other thing to take note of, though, as you can see, he does breathe. I don't really know if you would call that fire, but his breath, it'll damage you. So I wouldn't really recommend just going in there gangbusters, trying to take him out as quick as possible. Just time your attack. He usually does. It'll time his exhale. So, but because I want to see how much this sucker could do, I want to see if I can just take him out in one swing. We're gonna put on the Dozer Axe and we're gonna go to town on this guy. But you can take your time. It's fine. He can't damage you any other way beyond his breath. So now that that's gone, let's smack the crap out of it. 259, not bad. Boom, there you go. And just like that, friends, the demon of Zone 2 has been destroyed. Congratulations, you have taken out probably one of the harder bosses of the area that you'll fight. It can just give new players some trouble just because of the mechanics of the fight. But tell you what, before we go ahead and get everything, let's go ahead and get the soul. Dragon Demon Soul, pure Dragon Stone, that's awesome. Now it says that a fog has been lifted. That fog is actually for Boletaria Palace. That's actually for the first zone. It would, if we would keep progressing forward past the Tower Knight, so that's the second boss that we fight in the Boletaria Palace. If we would have continued pressing on, there would have been a fog saying like you have to kill more demons or you have to kill a demon in order to progress. But we can actually go back that way now and progress that way. But I'm not going to do that just yet. Obviously, we will go that way at some point, but there's a couple other zones I want to take care of first. But if you've been following along and doing what I have, especially making sure that you've always been in soul form, now that we have killed the Armored Spider, we killed Flame Lurker, and now we killed the old Dragon God, all in soul form. We haven't died in human form. You can actually go ahead and as soon as you would go up to that branching path, that intersection, you can actually go left and you'll find this weapon. Cannot carry. It would overburden you. So now is one of those times we got to put on the Ring of Herculean Strength. Dragon Bone Smasher. It's a strength weapon. There we go. Jeez. This is so ridiculous. Still requires 30 strength to use. Has a B scaling in strength, which is super cool, and 357. So I think it actually does more damage than the Dozer Axe. But now that we did that, we got everything that's within this area. So now we can go ahead and go back to the Nexus, spend some of our souls, get up to at least 30 strength so we can one-hand this sucker, and I think we're going to keep going on with the playthrough. So that has been the episode of just taking down the Dragon God. I appreciate you all watching. Again, my name is Chop Celery, and I will see you all in the next video. All right, take care, friends. Bye-bye.